go. Go to dashboard. Stream info. Alright, do that. Okay, update's successful apparently. I want to check Discord. Even though I don't have Discord up via my desktop app, but I'm just wanting to check my bot at least, because even if I'm not like on Discord on desktop app, it does doing really good things still, where it's like my bot will let people know that I'm live. Red. That is red. They're kind of taking a sweet little time loading mobile and all that. Alright. One last little look-see on something. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So, as always everyone, hey yo, my fellow Rumble Maniacs. It's Mr. Rumble Rose is here, and welcome back to yet another installment of Let's Plays Live, where I stream random things at random times for various different reasons. And tonight I decided to do a little playthrough, a bit more of my playthrough of Hexen, aka Hexen Beyond Heretic, because I want to try and make progression and everything, because hopefully, hopefully I get closer and closer to the end, and hopefully I actually have my first playthrough of this under my belt. Now before I get started, I kind of want to just put some things out there, probably like some, I guess you could say kind of like some, I guess you could say sort of like some, maybe like some frequently asked questions, if you will. So, and I'm just kind of spitballing here, so these may or may not be questions that people are going to be asking all the time, but, just roll with it. So, one random question is, could be something along the lines of, how are you playing Hexen on console? The answer to that is through the remastered port, aka the Heretic plus Hexen port. As you can see, it has Heretic, Hexen, Death Kings of the Dark Citadel, and then it has like a new stuff, which is Faith Renewed and Vestiges of Grandeur. So yeah. Um, and I mentioned before that basically, this is my first playthrough. I did try to do a playthrough of it in the past, but I gave up on it because I didn't know where the fuck I was supposed to go because of how Hexen is pretty much built differently. Compared to like, some linear like Heretic or, Doom, for that matter. So, there was that. I am playing with all, and I guess like the last thing kind of mentioned is I am playing with all of the enhancement stuff on, so it's like, I guess like, like enhanced levels, items, weapons, and enemies. I don't know 100%, I don't know 100% for sure if like the levels in Hexen have been like remastered. Like, there's a part of me that kind of wants to say that there might have been, and the reason why I say that is because not because of like the whole situation with like the book stand-in things to allow you to change classes, um, in the hubs, but like the reason why I said that I think this might be like, the reason why I said like I think like these levels might have a bit of a remastered touch is because I was looking up some stuff about like trying to play the new expansion, episode things for both Heretic and Hexen on other source ports, and I saw that there was like this one forum that had like a command line thing or something like that about involving Hexen, where it's like, like remaster, and it had like remaster levels and Vestiges of Grandeur and stuff like that. So, yeah. But anyway. Yeah, so we last left off with dungeons, because I was trying to figure out like where the fuck I needed to go. And apparently the solution was right here, where we had this room right here where we have all these like these decayed old skeleton bones and all that stuff. So basically we have to go like right over here because this is a door, like a little secret door per thing. Even though it doesn't have like, even though like it doesn't count as like a secret or anything like that, but I kind of like secret. I kind of like to say it's like a bit of a secret passage. So anyway, so hit that, and then right here, this little area is opened up. I have like this little cave area. Oh, speaking of that, I guess another thing I just kind of thought of is that, for like another possible frequently asked question is, I am technically trying to play as, I'm technically kind of like doing a playthrough of this game with like all the characters out, because in this port you have the ability to play as all the characters, with all thanks to this one book and like the hub areas. So there's that. Right now, I'm currently playing as the mage because he has because of his wand weapon, which is the starting weapon, pretty much being like a weapon that has like infinite ammo and can go pierce through enemies and stuff. So. Yeah, apparently, there's these little like rooms that gotta get like lit up by the torch, by these torches and everything. So. Like before I started streaming though, I did kind of like a bit of a practice run. Even though I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm like, very familiar with Hexen, because I'm not. Like I was kind of just playing around with it and everything, and I kind of wanted to at most have like, I wanted to like at most have like a bit of a continuation of this game, to hopefully do more, progressions and stuff. So that way I can be able to get closer and closer to the end, and then I can be able to worry about like other stuff. Because like, and I've talked about this before. but the idea that I have is once I play through Hexen, whether it be remastered levels or not, I am going to go through the rest of the game of Heretic because I think I did like the first 2 episodes of that, and then I kind of said, like, you know what, I'm gonna probably just play some Hexen because of how Hexen was the one game out of these 2 that I haven't really played around with or played in full. So. Go up here. Now, this area might be familiar to some of you guys. We actually saw like this in another little spot, even if we were in the lower, if we were in like a lower area. Yeah, basically in a nutshell, we were down there at one point, and we didn't know exactly how to really get up here. So. Yeah, so I'm trying to remember. So it's like, we come up here. All these hanging bodies and stuff to deal with. I'm just spamming the bejesus out of my disc of propulsion at this point. Trying to remember. Gonna go here. Okay, so we're gonna save it here. Save it again. Yeah, we're probably gonna be spamming the wand because of these things. Okay, so I want to kind of mention this because Quite recently, I had a big old raid from a streamer by the name of Captain Clever, and they were telling me about how somewhere along this playthrough of Hexen, that there's going to be a drop that you think is going to kill you because it's going to kill you, and then of course, you hear your character scream and all that, but sometimes, but apparently, I think they said it's like sometimes like the screaming and the long drops are not always related to death. So this is one of those little situations that I've seen so far, when it comes to that. Yeah, so we're now in the Alumnum. I don't know how the fuck you're supposed to truly pronounce that, but we're back here. Also, pretty much sounds like the sewer area. Yeah, I'm trying to also understand, using some of my stuff, because I have like a lot of like inventory items and whatnot. So mainly, most I'm trying to maybe use my discal repulsion, my fletchets. Alright, so I don't know what this button does other than apparently just lowering this. Take care of these fuckers. So that's how you get the percolator from that little spot. Also, I don't know how long this stream is going to be. The idea that I kind of have is I'm wanting to try and see if I can. The idea that I have is I want to try and to replicate my little run per se of what I've gathered of playing this off stream. So. torch. Some armor, per se. Ow. Okay, so yeah, so we have to go over here. Ow. Alright. Okay, so we're over here now. And what we gotta do is we gotta drain these little, we gotta drain these things. Just like, I think like 2 on each side. So it's like 2 on each side, so 2 valves. You have to clean. I could have sworn there was like a place that you can go that it was kind of like you can go to. So I was trying to remember because like I remember like somewhere in this little area, like the whole this little area or whatever. There was like a spot where it was kind of like in this a place like this, and it would go to like what seemed like a dead end. Yeah, you go to like what seemed like a dead end of an area, and then there'd be another little switch thing that you hit where it's like it raises up the water. You go up this little one area to get I think like one of these mystic urns, and then come back down. You can come back down and go from there. I think up there. Might have been over here. Ow. Okay, so yeah, so right here, hit this, that's gonna close up, and it's gonna fill this up a little bit. Ow! Fucking hate these things. But yeah, like I said, fills up, comes up here, grab a mystic urn, do that, and thing down below opens back up again, and then you can go from there. So yeah. Now, over here. I think like a few of these have like some items that you can get, and I think like one of them has like has like the pathway to progression. go to? Okay, Castle Griff. I don't want to go there yet. Oh yeah. Yeah, apparently that's kind of like it. Yeah, apparently that's kind of like a bit of like a pit that you have to like eventually go through. Well, sort of. As you can see, now funny enough, like it is still possible to go through here. They kind of like either like go on the path, or maybe like go like a straight run thing or something. All these fucking things. Alright. Quick save there. I certainly would like to go up there and get those things. Alright, so yeah, so this is where we need to go because it has the X. Alright. So now we're back at Forsaken Outpost. A door opened in the giblet. Now, pretty much as you can tell, like there were some three boys. I think there's pretty much nothing more than this, it's just like them, and maybe like some mana for, for your weapons. So yeah, a few, like this blue mana stuff on one side, there's some on another. Alright, so yeah, back here. Make sure everything goes. Go. And yeah, I don't remember exactly when this becomes a thing, but apparently now there's these little glitter platforms, so you don't have to like so that way now it's like you don't have to try and YOLO it with a jump. Okay, so now we gotta go back to the center platform. We're gonna go to the center area. I'm kind of thinking about like if I want to change characters, which... Hold on. Which doors... So that takes a lot. So I think what I might do is I might play around with the fighter a little bit because his ultimate weapon only takes like 10 mana each. So see how that goes. That. Now we're back in the gibbet area. Okay, so I believe that the door that was being mentioned was over here. Cause yeah, like this is not. Yeah, cause this right here is normally not known to be open. So like you have to punch through here, get the goodies and stuff, and then now get the X key. Make your way out. Quick save is there. Switch back to the cleric for that. Or switch to the cleric for now. Then around. Open this. Yeah, I'm kind of doing this right now because like I wanted to use like a cleric. I wanted to use the flechette for a cleric because of the whole situation with the lingering gas. I think my phone was doing one of those little fucking Amber Alert bullshits. Yeah, normally whenever I get like, normally when my phone goes off like that, it's like, it's like it's usually like an Amber Alert, and then it's in a place that's not even like remotely close to me. So, it's always an Amber Alert thing more than anything else. my knowledge, unfortunately, you can't really, I don't think you can really be turned off or silence or whatever. So. Anyway. Yeah, so this is the area that we need to go to because we'll have another boss in it, which is going to be another Riki arc. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait until stuff dissipates. Ow. You motherfucker. Ow. Ow. Alright, hold on. Ow. Oh, come on. Wow. Yeah, I went to play like the waiting game because when you have those like orb things, like the things opening around him, everything that you try to do gets deflected. Which is pretty stupid. Like that. Damn it. Lower your fucking force field, you pussy. Hey, I can go back outside. Become cleric. second round, see if there's anything else I can, randomly get before I continue. I got my health to 100. What I'll do for right now is I'll use my hard save for that and then just go to the portal.
And he shall journey into the realms of the dead, and contest with the forces therein, unto the very gates of despair. But whether he shall return again to the world of light, no man knows. Damn! 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 Damn!
Damn.
Are you strong enough to face your own master?
Okay. Okay, so we're in Necropolis, which I want to say is possibly the final, it's possibly like the final thing, so. Oh, wait, I just... Damn it. Hold on. Never mind. Okay, I guess we're going, or I guess we're not going to, use that. So. Anyway. I got what I wanted to do, so, that's that. So, yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this short little stream. Like I said, I didn't know how long it was going to be. I just wanted to try and make some progress and hopefully, catch it on streams. That way I can, that way I can be like, hey, this is what I did, and you guys can see, certain little bits and pieces and everything like that. Because there were some, moments where I was like, I might, kind of, play around with it off stream, see what, I need to do, but it's like, okay, well, other stuff, be like, okay, well, I need to, figure out do this, show it on stream, make progression, and then go from there, so. But yeah, so that's going to be it for this and everything. We are going to try and raid someone, because I like being able to raid people after my streams, whether it be, the long stream, short stream, even if I were doing the thing solo, or, what have you. I don't know if he's still going to be streaming or not, but it wouldn't surprise me too much if he wasn't. Yeah, okay, so... so get rid of mobile dashboard because I am done for today. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to read in my friend Bunikila. She's currently doing like some just chatting stuff per se. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna raid into her and everything. Um, and yeah, I don't know exactly as to when I will do more Hexen, at least at most, be like, I'll probably, I might kind of like randomly try it on my downtime, you know, like just, see what I have to do and, where to go and all that, but if I don't do it sooner rather than later, then probably, not this Saturday, but probably next Saturday, I might try and do more Hexen. Like I said, I do believe that we are now on the final, the final stretch, like the final home stretch and everything like that. But I have to, I'm probably gonna do like some slight little research on it and see if my hunch is correct. Cause like I said, I would love, to hopefully, get through this game and then I can build like, to return to my Heretic remastered playthrough. And then probably somewhere down the line, I'll be like, oh, well, I have done both those games, so I can now move on to like the new expansions and stuff. And then I'll probably be like, then probably like after that, I might be able to do a little thing where it's like, I turn all the enhancement stuff off, and see how things go from that perspective. So, yeah. Now I don't know 100% for sure on this. It's kind of confirmed for right now, but things may or may not change. But if all goes well, probably later on, or probably sometime tomorrow. I think tomorrow. I want to say like sometime tomorrow, almost close to noon, and everything. I might be doing more Resident Evil 6 with my friend Onyx. I decided that I'm not going to be streaming. I kind of decided like I'm not going to be really streaming it from my POV, and everything. Like I think I did like maybe like one or two things, but I was like, just go from there, and all that. But yeah, we're gonna hopefully maybe see if we can do some more RE6 together. Because we had just finished. Because not too long ago we had just managed to finish off Chris Redfield's campaign, so we're going to go on to the next little bit of that. And then, I don't know, because apparently October is going to be one of those little situations where he's not going to know for sure about like what he's wanting to do, and all that stuff. Because I'm not going to get into it, but just kind of like some personal stuff per se, and all that. But hopefully, somewhere along the lines, me and him can build do more, Night Rain with our Sunday and Bro duo run. Because, we're making good progress on that. Like, we managed to defeat Libra, so I think we're down to probably around, like, the final 3 bosses. So, I would love to be able to hopefully, like, do more of that, and we can be able to possibly think about, like, other stuff, we can be able to do, in the game and all that, so. Yeah. But if you're enjoying what you saw today, though, and you're watching this on Twitch, feel free to give the channel a follow and become a Rumble Maniac today. If you want to follow me anywhere else online, you can check my YouTube channel, give it a sub, and all the usual good stuff. And feel free to follow me on Twitter as well, because I do post there from time to time. But until I see you all in the next video or live stream, as always, take care, everybody, and I hope you all have a good week or weekend.